All right, you guys. I will be. I might have missed last week, and that was only because it wasn't really that much information. But I am starting to do. This will be a double one of Black Clover chapter 250 and 251. So, of course, spoiler warning. You have been warned. Now, Black Clover. Now, the reason why I was holding off on this whole situation in the first place is because in chapter 250, I was kind of like, yeah, it wasn't really a lot going on. There was another, I think, only like 15-page chapter with just a quick fight. So I wasn't really, and especially with the way how it was going, I wasn't really in the mood to even really cover it. And I was debating I was going to, but after 251, I changed my mind. I'm like, all right, let's just get into it. So it starts off pretty much with essentially this is Charmy's fight, and essentially the citizens are being defeated by another Dark Disciple, or sorry, Patrol was defeated by another Dark Disciple, of course, as well. This one being Halbet, who has the ability of hair magic, essentially. Uh, we don't really see exactly all that it can do. We just know it's kind of just simply allows her to kind of just whip it around, capture, strike people with cuts and stuff like that. And of course, Charmy comes over there, realizing that the forest is destroyed, and even upon seeing Charmy, she's just like, yeah, I'm just gonna defeat you. You kind of ugly, you know, a little butterball. Like I'm just gonna get rid of you. And essentially, when Charmy begins to attack, they seem to have something known as Infinity. Uh, their magic abilities are constantly passing between one another. But Charmy in the battle begins to get kind of sliced and diced because even though their magic is slipping past one another, Charmy's magic can't act as a defense. It only acts as an offense, while Halbet's hair magic seems to be able to act as a defense and can protect her from some of Charmy's blows. So in the end, it turns out that she just kind of starts cutting up Charmy and stuff like that and whooping her. But that is, of course, until Charmy decides to activate her Dwarven form, which seems like she can now activate it at will. Rather, you know what I'm saying, when beforehand she was you know what I'm saying, it only happened by chance in her fight against Real. But after Charmy gets wrapped up in her hair and it seems like Charmy's going to die essentially, which of course we know she wasn't, she activates her Dwarven form and begins to just absolutely unveil something that I was extremely surprised about. And of course, just like everyone else, after this 6-month time skip, she has more powers, more abilities, and one of the ones that she's able to do is literally create a new magic for herself known as cook magic, where she is literally cooking that person's magic just to feed it to her to the wolf that she always comes around after she activates her dwarven form. I can't really remember, but I know it's called Gluttonous Banquet. It's the magic ability for it. But after combining the magic arrays of the Heart Kingdom and her own magic, she's able to use Cook, which literally the wolf literally eats, like seasons that thing up real nice, you know what I'm saying, and proceeds to eat her hair. And Charmy begins to pretty much JoJo her and defeat her in one hit. And I have to admit, I was after reading the chapter, I mean, it was a quick chapter, and I was sitting there thinking to myself, bro, I am yawning. Like, I was absolutely bored. I was annoyed. I wasn't really feeling the chapter. I was like, okay, yet again, another victory for the Clover Kingdom, while the Spirit Guardians are absolute fodder. And then we find that then I'm just sitting there and I'm just annoyed. I'm like, bruh, man, the Spade Kingdom ain't no goddamn threat. These people, like, bruh, these are like top Dark Disciples, most like all of them being able to use arguably 50%. And I'm thinking to myself, they all getting fodderized. It's like, bro, this ain't no threat, bro. Just send the whole Clover Kingdom after the Dark Tribe, man. Win this war. Until the new chapter today came out, and I was like, oh, wait a minute. Okay, so 251 starts off with Gaia, sorry. He comes in, and of course, he defeats the other Dark Disciple that was defeating another one of the Spirit Guardian. And it's even stated that Gaia is, of course, a cut above the rest. Like, he's just on a whole nother level, which we all managed to figure out. In the manga, it kind of seemed like he had to use his true lightning magic that he was going to use on Noelle and them. So he might have had to put more effort into it, but he doesn't seem to have any noticeable injuries or even seems fatigued. So he probably actually fodderized this guy. And so he ends there, and then we cut over to Lola Pachica, or the Heart King, Noelle and them, where they get ambushed by the last Dark Disciple, where with the help of the Heart King, with the help help of the Heart Kingdoms or Heart Queen's water spirit, literally Mimosa uses her magic flower cannon and literally one shots his Dark Disciple. It's like, yeah, we were prepared for you. As soon as he busts in doing some goddamn ridiculous R. Kelly stuff, like, oh, I can smell little girls, ends up getting shot, and I was so happy to see that, getting one shot from that guy that literally seems to use tongue magic, which, oh my goodness, like, the fucked about it. That's all came to mind, and I was really creeped out. But after getting one shot, of course, we get the good old-fashioned Vanica. She finally makes her appearance, and I was hyped. She walks through that bitch, just like, oh, hi, Lord Lupacci. You know, last time I dealt with you, I cursed you just because of Magicula, you know what I'm saying? But now, we can play all we want. Like, we can really get something started. And we find out that not only is that the case, but they're all hyped because they defeated all the Dark Disciples, only to find out that Vanica literally revives them, all of them on the entire battlefield, and every single member now has to go back and deal with all of them. And Vanica's like, yep, it's time to get stuff started. So that means literally Luck, or Svekin, the one that Luck defeated, yeah, as hyped as we was that Luck beat a Dark Disciple, yeah, Luck is fatigued and pretty damaged. He has to go again. Leopold, who barely won his fight and only won basically off of strategy pretty much, is now has to redo his fight again because they're back and revived. And Charmy, who also kind of pretty much almost effortlessly defeated hers compared to the rest of them, also has to redo her fight again. Also, we got to see Vanica actually one-shot one of her own Dark Disciples. And I'm not using that many panels only because I don't want to really get copyrighted. But we do see that Vanica casually one-shots her own, and just to prove the point that, yeah, she just revives them whenever the fuck she wants to. And that just shows that the Dark Triad is a cut above the rest, even amongst the Dark Disciples. And as well, we got to see that Noelle immediately is like, yep, it's time to deal with this. And goes into her Valkyrie dress along with Mimosa and Lord Lupacci to go against Vanica and the Dark Disciple with the creepy tongue magic, which I just don't understand why. Like, who would think of this, man? Like, why? But either way, like I said, I'll admit the chapter had me hyped. It ain't the best chapter, but it's still, considering it made the Dark Disciples get defeated. Them being defeated so easily at least seems to have a better reasoning for it. And I can somewhat let it go now just because it's like, okay, now they're back in action. It seems, the threat feels like it came back a little bit more. It's like, okay, now they actually got to defeat these people that they barely defeated already, and now they're essentially back to life and are most likely rejuvenated, or at least because they died before they utilized all of their magic power, most likely still have more magic or more mana than the rest of them do, and easily have less injuries, of course, considering they were all revived and healed. So it does make the threat a lot more, and I'm extremely hyped, and I'm ready for the next chapter that comes out next week, and everything is going good. I will be making another video soon talking about the Demon King. I'm doing a from 7 Deadly Sins, and of course My Hero Academia. I may do something on that. But until next time, you guys, I will see you. Peace.